Y'all, I want to apologize for not having a devotion over the last couple of weeks. As many of you know, I've had some health issues and been in the hospital. I want to thank all of y'all for praying for me and being there for me in so many different ways. And God has been faithful. But during that time, I had a lot of time to think about about God and how He deals with us. There's a school of thought out there that says if you just have enough faith, if you're just a good enough Christian, you won't get sick. You won't have any pain in your life. You won't have too many bills, or you'll always have enough money, and your children won't rebel against you, and you'll never get laid off, and all of those things. As I read the Bible, that's not really a realistic theology of the Bible. In fact, as I read the Bible, I see people going through hardships all the time, starting from the garden, going through the children of Israel, the kings and the prophets and the judges, um, Job, going through all of his hardships. We go into the New Testament, and we know that every one of the 12 disciples were persecuted and executed and suffered greatly for the gospel. Paul even prayed for what he called his thorn in the flesh to be removed. He prayed 3 times. But God said that there's something more important in our lives than just being pain free, than just having the pressure taken away. You see, the thing we need more than just being pain free or having the troubles taken out of our life, the thing we need is God Himself. You see, His promise is that He will never leave us or forsake us. A lot of times we want healing, but we don't want the God who heals. We want the blessing, but we neglect the God who blesses. And in doing so, we cheat ourselves out of the greater gift, the gift of God Himself. He came and He suffered and He died so that we could have a true and intimate relationship with Him. And when you're going through pain, and I know it's hard, trust me, when you're going through heartache, when life gets hard, as a Christian, you can know that God is true to His promise, and He will not forsake you. He will not leave you. Once you are in His hands, He holds on. And there's nothing greater, not even yourself, that can take you out of His hands. I wish I could tell you that once you become a Christian, everything is going to be perfect. You're never going to have any heartache or problems or sickness or bills to pay or any of those things. But the reality is that God didn't say He was going to deliver us from the hardships of this life. He will eventually, in the next life, but He said He was going to walk with us through those hardships. He was going to be with us every step of the way. He was going to give us strength that we didn't know we had and comfort where we didn't know it came from. As you go through your own set of hardships, as some of the greats in the hall of faith, as Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and Moses and Peter and Paul, as Ezra and Nehemiah, as Esther and Ruth, as these great people of God suffered and struggled, they did so in the presence of God and in the power of His Spirit. We know that He will be there with us. And that is the greatest comfort of all. And that gives us strength that we didn't know we had. And that allows Him to use us even in the midst of the most difficult of circumstances. My Christian brothers and sisters, today, I want you to know that He is faithful to His promise, that He will never leave you or forsake you. Rest and find comfort in that promise today. God bless you.